Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Like the baby says, choot choot, all aboard. Welcome for another fun-filled day in the North Atlantic. Today, so right now, guys, I'm gonna tell you, it's 10:45 in the morning, and I got my son with me today, and we've been pulling. We're like, I don't know, 100 and maybe 150 traps in. And it really has been, same thing we've been seeing all the time now in the last couple months. We're doing a 1/4 pound per trap, but we just hit one of the lines that was the traps that repaired and brought back out. And holy moly, that saved the day. So I was like, okay, well, we gotta record now on the next one and see what we do here and see if we can show you guys some crab. Obviously the first one is a dud. But hey, but that's how it is. We'll see. We had a couple traps with 7 and 8 claws in the last line, and I got super excited. And that one's right next to this one. So let's see. So hopefully this one does as good as that other line did. I mean, we averaged like 3 claws per trap, which is unheard of right now for us here to get that much this late in the season. But I think I said it a couple videos ago, guys. When you move traps and you drop them, if you get lucky and you drop them and you got some crabs close by, there's a chance that your traps could fall near some holes or there's some crab, and they could come out looking for food and get in your traps. Doesn't seem to be the case with the first two. Let's keep going. So I don't know. We hit 3 or 4 with 0. I'm gonna start to panic because I was really looking forward to these traps. I mean, it could either be, guys, really, really good, or it's gonna be really, really bad. Just because we're dropping them somewhere that I've never had traps before, and hoping to try to find some better bottom. Okay, I hear one in there, but I think he doesn't have claws. Yeah, see? So again, for everybody that says they don't live without claws, the guy's doing just fine. They live perfectly fine. All right, buddy, go get your friends. All right, so 3 traps in. No crab claws, but very good sign. It's our target species. And like my son told me earlier, you can't control whether they have big claws or little claws or anything, but a crab is a good sign. It's a good, we're in the neighborhood, we're in the ballpark. All right, let's see. Oh my God, I was like, yes, we're gonna be able to record some crab. And now we just got empty trap, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. The other line started off good, man. Right off the bat, the first trap had 7 claws. Obviously, we only had, I think we had 2 with 7 and 1 with 8. Oh, here we go, we see some legs. That's always good when you can see the legs. Oh, we got 2 claws in here. All right, here we go. It's time to celebrate. 2 claws. Hopefully we start hitting some good spots in this line. What a bummer, guys. Trap number 5 is gone. Must have got ran over. It's unbelievable how many of our traps are getting run over. I'm up to 40. Well, I had 2 this morning. Just under 50 traps lost so far for the season. Percentage-wise, the more traps you have, the more you're gonna get run over, but, oh no. Let me open it up so you can see. This, guys, is not what we want to see in the traps. Florida lobster, and look at this, the bait is still not decomposed. All right, get rid of them. We gotta keep on keeping on. Oh, Nelly, I was hoping these traps would be good. Those other traps, still thinking about those other traps, how good they were. They're literally right next to this. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. And of course, there's like 15 or 20 in that line, and then there's 50 in this one. This is not what we wanted to see. Oh, man. When it's like this, you feel so bad. Man, when we were catching that other line, we were jamming to the music, and it was like, go, 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 dancing. Now we're like scratching our head, literally. Where's the crab? Okay, we got one in here. Now, we'll tell you, we have 100 today that are gonna be in new spots between traps that we repaired and fixed and traps that we moved. We're moving a lot of traps. So let's see, 2 more claws. 2 more claws. I mean, it's hard to tell, you know, right off the bat with the first time that we're pulling it, those caught. These so far are not catching. It's hard to say that this is, you know, not a good spot. Number one, it's so late in the year. Finding crab right now for us here in Southeast Florida is tough. But I mean, you know, we pulled earlier. I've got, you know, one line next to another one, a little bit north of this one, and it was horrible. And those traps last time were the ones that caught, and the other ones did not. So hopefully when I get to the ones further up the line there, and I pull the ones that are next to it, they caught. But it's just how it is when you're crabbing. You set the traps, you know, keep records and logs, and you try to feel good about where you're putting them. You know, you're still, you know, this is hunting. You're hunting for crab. It is, they call it fishing, not catching. And it's, you know, you have no idea where these little guys are gonna walk through. I have spots that last year were excellent for me, and this year they're not working. And I've left the traps, I mean, I wouldn't say they're good. They're like below average. But because they did so well last year and the year before, I'm like open, like, hey, but I'm running out of crab season. Like, the clock is ticking. Oh my goodness, maybe they'll come in the next month. And I am in the vacation slump, guys. I gotta be honest with you. We just got back. We took the baby to Disney World, and this is like my first day back to work, and it's not fun coming back to work when you've been off. It's tough, but she had a great time over there. She saw Minnie Mouse, she saw Mickey, Goofy, Jack Sparrow. She had an unbelievable time. She practiced and practiced for days leading up to it. She was gonna give Mickey Mouse a big hug with 2 arms when she saw her. And then when she finally did see her, we waited in line for, oh my God, it was like an hour and a half. And she just kept waiting and waiting and waiting patiently. And when she finally did see Minnie Mouse, she froze, poor thing. She was starstruck with Minnie Mouse. She did give her a high five and blow her a kiss, but her plan of running up like with arms wide open did not work. She was frozen when she saw Minnie Mouse. But it was such a cool time to take her there. And you know, she's 3, so for her to see all that stuff, it really is magical. I'll tell you what's not so magical is this line of traps. This has got to be the worst line of traps so far that we pulled all day. This is not so magical. We need a little bit of that Disney magic here. Holy moly. And it was pretty cool. We were in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which she did recognize, and she said that it was Pirates of the Caribbean. And there was like a little part in there with like a crab. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We need to get the wood. Look at this, guys. This trap, they broke it. They broke the top, but poor guy is so big, he can't get out. Can't fit through that hole. Man, look at this claw, guys. This is unbelievable. This is a BFC. Look at that. My goodness. Take a look. I can't even put my fingers around this claw. Man. This has been happening already today. This is like the 4th one that this has happened to. So now, aside from me fixing the whole trap all the way around, I'm gonna have to block off the top. Oh, it's gonna take forever in the off season to do this. Forever. So yeah, like I was saying, on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, there was like this one little part where they've got like pirates, and there was like a little crab walking around. I was like, look, baby girl, it's a crab. And she said, no, it's a ladybug. It's not a crab, it's a ladybug. It's not a stone crab that she can recognize. But all in all, it was such a cool experience. And going there, I mean, that thing hasn't changed. You know, I was telling my wife, it's probably the only place in the world that doesn't do any updates. And it still works for them. Because I think what makes it work is that you remember going there as a child. Look at this, full of lobster. You remember going there as a child with your parents? Like I remember going with my parents on the Dumbo and the Aladdin ride and Small World. And then you go back when you have kids. And so I remember going on all those same rides with my kids. I asked my son last night, oh, you remember when we went on the Aladdin ride? He didn't remember any of that stuff. You know, it's so cool to go back, and now you go back with the baby, it's still the same ride. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they're gonna go with their kids and it's still gonna be the same rides. They don't change it. But I think that that's why it works, because it's so nostalgic that you get to keep going back for generations and you keep reliving those same memories again. That's what makes it so special, I guess, so magical, as they say. Another part that was not so magical was, holy moly, the price of those tickets. That we took her, and it was a couple days before her birthday, so she was still free to get in. But my goodness, man, you pay $200 a ticket to get in that thing. You know, there's not a lot she could ride. I mean, she's like 33, 34 inches, so there's not much that she could go on that small. So we got to take her back when she could go on some rides, you know? She saw some of them. I mean, we did one little kids roller coaster that was, in my opinion, a little too intense for little kids. I was on that thing and I was like, holy moly, my back was killing me when that thing was over. And it was over in like a minute. That ride was over in like a minute, and we recorded it, and I'll tell you, her little face, she was scared. That thing was moving all over the place. And I mean, at the end, she was laughing and she said she wanted to do it again. So there's no way we're waiting in another, hour and a half for a 1 minute ride. That's pretty much, what the rest of the stuff is just little rides, like for the little kids, like It's a Small World. But man, we're just a great time that we had there. Great time. Really, really cool to go back. We got to try to plan it and take all my older kids to get them to come. It's tough now. The older they get, they all got stuff to do. So if we could get everybody together and go back, that would be great. Oh my goodness, you know what else would be great, guys? If we started seeing these crabs coming full of crab. This is a killer. We are gonna have to, I don't know, man, cut this thing short a little bit, and we were jamming out to the music. And we got our new Wet Sounds head unit installed. And, oh, guys, holy moly, yay! I can't believe it. Look what is inside of this trap. Oh my goodness gracious, a crab. It's been like 30 traps. Look, guys, this is what we're supposed to be catching. 1 claw. Holy my, I don't even remember what we were talking about. I forgot. What was I talking about? Well, you can't tell me. By the time you watch this, the video will be edited. Oh my goodness. That crab was so, I lost my train of thought. How many traps have been? Like 10 traps without a crab. All right, guys, I remembered I'm getting old. And guys, I'll tell you, it's so exciting to see a crab, which is quite a shock, right? That a commercial stone crab vessel would be so excited to see a crab. But what I was saying is that we got to get back to listening to some music. We got our new Wet Sounds head unit, and I had Fusion before, and we tried this Wet Sounds head unit. And man, guys, it is impressive. It is impressive, and I'll put the model that we have here for the unit. Price, unbelievable price compared to Fusion, so more affordable for everybody that wants to buy a new radio and doesn't want to spend $700-800 on it. It's unbelievable. This is our first day that I've been able to play around with it and listen to the music, and it's good. It's really good, guys. So the radio, I'll show you a picture of it here in the model here if you guys want to research it, if you're in the market for a new radio and you want to get one. But I'll tell you, if you look at it and you're like, oh, the radio has buttons and it has a knob. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to be on a boat, my last radio was beautiful. It looked like an iPad, the screen, right? Nothing was, you had to touch everything. And that works great at the sandbar. It works amazing at the sandbar. However, when you're out here and you get a drop of water that goes down your radio, it changes everything. It starts raising volume, lowering volume, changing from Bluetooth to FM. It's unbearable to try to operate like that when drops of water are getting on the radio. Now, if you're just a boater who just goes to the sandbar, or you listen to the music on the boat, like at home or on a lake, maybe that's the radio for you, but it wasn't working for us. I was extremely frustrated with our old radio. I mean, we're commercial fishers. I gotta come out here however the weather is, and during the stone crab season, you know, it's in the winter time for Florida. So in the winter time, we're getting all these strong northeast winds, you know, and everybody up north is having these blizzards. It turns into, you know, this 5-foot sea for us out here. So everything does get wet. You're gonna get wet. Everything's gonna get wet on the boat. And when I went to look at it, the sales rep was like, hey, so this isn't touchscreen. Yeah, I don't want it to be touchscreen. It's got buttons. So now you don't have to worry about your fingers being wet, or if you're fishing and they're slimy. I love it. It also is NEMA 2000, which that I do love because I could control it from my Garmin unit. So by connecting it to the NEMA 2000 in my network on the boat, I can also control it from my Garmin screen, which I really like that. So yeah, we're gonna get back to that and start jamming out to some music, because this thing, it sounds incredible, guys. And my old radio, I don't know if I talked about it on the videos. It was, she served a good life, but she was dying, slowly dying. It started getting to the point where you would turn on the batteries and the radio would boom, boot up, and then it would reset and reset and reset until the day came and it just finally, it wouldn't even turn on. And then, you know, oh my goodness. We had that last trip where I was dropping some traps. It did turn on, but it turned on at the end when I was on my way back. And I'll tell you, I can't be on top of this boat sun up to sundown alone. The only people that I talked to is you during the video recording. I think there's one in there. Oh no, another crab. Got one good claw. So I had to get a new radio. I can't be without music. So what I'm gonna do, guys, because I finally get, you know, a new toy, I get to listen to loud music again. I'm gonna give this, I don't know, we'll try this one and the next one. And if we don't see a drastic difference, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll pause the video so I can listen to some music, because right now I lost all the momentum I had from the beginning of the day. And listen to my new music. I can't turn it up. I can't turn it up at home. I don't want the neighbors to complain. I turned it up a little bit when I got it, and I did have a neighbor complain. I felt so bad. He said, hey, can you turn it down, please? Like, sorry, I gotta wait till I come out here where there's nobody here, literally, and listen to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one so that I can keep listening to music. Man, guys, I was hoping that this was gonna be a slam dunk, and it turned out to be a strikeout, okay? This is the worst strikeout we've pulled all day. Man. All right, guys, I'm gonna drop that one. I need another Red Bull. This is like, this puts you to sleep. This is no crab catching. Man. Now what I was expecting and hoping to show you guys. But we're gonna keep on pulling. The goal for today is we're gonna try to pull as many traps as we can, 300, 350, and see how we do. Drop it. I'll bring you back at the end and show you what we caught, baby. All right, guys, we are done. We hit our goal of 300 traps. Got my son is cleaning off the boat right now. This thing gets extremely dirty when you're pulling traps with all the mud and everything that comes on the ropes and the traps. And I know I had a request. Somebody asked me, man, I want to see the boat. I want to see what it looks like. Like, obviously when we start, it's perfectly clean, but what it looks like at the end. And today, since my son was with me, he's been periodically cleaning. So his duties of cleaning, oh my goodness, don't get extended. Oh my God, my arm is cramping up. Guys, it's been a grind. Today with this east wind, it is the absolute worst direction to pull. So imagine we're pulling parallel to the coast of Florida going north. With an east wind, you're just rocking side to side all day. Everything is falling on the boat. It's a struggle. When you gaff the buoy, you gotta pull it through real tight. And I'll tell you guys, the day didn't get any much better. We ended up pulling 100 traps and got 34 claws after I stopped recording. It has been, I mean, we just kept pulling. We just gotta, because we gotta be able to cover the expenses. And luckily here, out of the last 100 traps, we had like 30 traps that were on fire. They did really good. And I thought, man, this is gonna be great. We got like 80 more to go after this, 90 more. And it was just dead after a tiny little patch right there. That was unbelievable. But I'll show you what we got. I would say we probably got, man, I don't know, guys. These buckets aren't full all the way. I would say there's got to be, man, 80 to 90 pounds, maybe a little bit more. Let's say 80 to 100. I know I'm getting a 20 pound range, but it's tough. Today we got a lot of little claws. Well, we've been getting a lot of, mostly all year since the beginning, are colossal claws. And today what we got is a lot of medium and large. Man, I got a horrible cramp in my arm. My muscles like stuck. Guys, what a day. We got to steam home now and clean the boat, cook the crab, and we got to get ready for the next day. If you missed the video from the last time, I'm gonna link it at the end of this one, and I'll tell you in between this, I also went to the Miami International Boat Show. First time I've ever gone to record there. It was phenomenal. Ran into so many fans there, so many people and vendors. It was such a cool experience. I'm gonna try to plan to go to more of the boat shows and record. But if you missed the Garmin video that I did with the folks at Garmin, I'm gonna link that one and our last video of when we were out stone crabbing. Check out those videos, and I'll see you next time, baby.